In today's news, tropical storm Ernesto leaves trail of destruction across the British Virgin Islands. RAPs provide updates on Districts 4 and 6 as well as District 1. Our Governor PRUCE issues all clear for the BVI. Premier addresses territory following Ernesto, and storm warnings discontinued as Ernesto moves north. Viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Life is unpredictable, and when a storm is coming, having a plan can make all the difference.
We need a plan in case of a hurricane. Everyone, let's work together on this.
This is where we go in case if we need to evacuate. This is safe away from flood zones.
I will use this room as our secure space if we have to stay home.
Don't forget to save our local contacts and also our off-island contacts.
Right, and we need to have a plan for our pets too. They can't go to shelters, so we need a safe place for them.
In case we get separated, we should have a meeting spot. How about the community center?
That's good, and we can leave a note there too.
I feel safe knowing we have a plan.
With a plan, you're not just preparing for the worst, you're taking control of the situation. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to this special edition of 284 News. It is Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. I'm Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Well, leading today's newscast, Tropical Storm Ernesto battered the territory overnight, toppling trees, flooding streets, and knocking out power. The storm's unexpected intensity caught many residents off guard as it lashed the islands for over 12 hours with hurricane-like conditions. More in this report.
The British Virgin Islands awoke to a scene of widespread damage on Wednesday morning after Tropical Storm Ernesto swept through the territory overnight. The storm, which brought hurricane-like conditions, battered the territory for over 12 hours, beginning around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, August 13th. Residents endured a night of heavy rainfall and powerful winds as Ernesto unleashed its fury on the archipelago. By daybreak, the extent of the storm's impact became clear as streets across Tortola bore evidence of its destructive path. Fallen trees, damaged infrastructure, and floodwaters painted a grim picture of the tropical storm's intensity. Adding to the ordeal, widespread electrical outages plunged many residents into darkness as they weathered the storm. The BVI Electricity Corporation, BVIEC, now faces the daunting task of restoring power to affected areas, with numerous reports of downed power lines and broken poles across the territory. In a statement, BVIEC expressed gratitude to the community for its patience during the outages and assured residents that teams are diligently conducting damage assessments. The corporation aims to restore electricity as swiftly as possible, though the extent of the damage suggests it may be a challenging process. As soon as the rain subsided in the early hours of Wednesday, August 14th, emergency response teams sprang into action. Crews were quickly mobilized to clear debris from roads and assess the full scope of the damage left in Ernesto's wake. While the BVI is no stranger to tropical storms, the ferocity of Ernesto caught many off guard. The storm's rapid intensification as it approached the territory left little time for extensive preparations, amplifying its impact on the islands. Authorities are urging residents to exercise caution as cleanup efforts continue, warning of potential hazards such as floodwaters and loose debris. The full extent of the damage is yet to be determined. Jacques Wooding, 284 News.
But Districts 4 and 6 were also impacted by Tropical Storm Ernesto, and 284 Media's Ron Grant spoke with the two representatives, Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith and Honorable Myron Warwin, to get a first-hand account on the extent of the damage. More in this report.
We are moving through the districts of the territory, and joining me today is 4th District Representative and the Junior Minister for Culture, the Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith. Honorable Hodge-Smith, thank you for your time and welcome to our platform.
Thank you so much, Ron, for the opportunity to speak.
You're most welcome. As we know, the aftermath of Tropical Storm Ernesto has affected the territory. I just wanted to get an idea of, from your vantage point, how has the tropical storm affected the residents of the 4th District, and what are we doing to mobilize cleanup efforts?
Yes, thank you, Ron. From my observation, I've been in town for about 2 hours now, just going through and visiting the affected areas. In most cases, I would say that it wasn't too bad. There was some flooding, river flooding earlier, but it has subsided. But we have had quite a bit of fallen trees. As a matter of fact, I think the guys are still working on this one particular tree that off in the Sugar Mill Road area. And it's a guinea tree, very huge, so they needed to get some saws and cut it out and get a dumpster to actually move all the debris from it. And there's also 2 residents that have asked for assistance to get trees that have fallen on their houses, so we're going to help them with that as well. Okay. And also along some of the other roads, especially in this particular area, in the central area, particularly down by the parking lot across on Passage, okay, and also in the town jetty area, because the water splashed up, all the debris has come up. So we're trying and make an effort to get that all cleaned up before tomorrow, a regular day, hopefully, and persons can come to town and meet a semi-clean area.
Grateful for what has happened here. I mean, the damage could have been a lot worse, not just in District 6 but throughout the territory. I've been traversing the district in all areas. Most people had issues with water. I think that's a territory-wide issue. But the biggest problem I'm seeing now is a lot of debris. The place needs to be cleaned up. And so I've been in constant contact with the Director of Public Works. I've spoken with the Premier as well about funding for public works to make sure that they can carry out the work that they need to carry out. So right now in my district, we're trying to organize teams to go out as early as tomorrow to start to clean the area up, clean all the debris up. There's a lot of trees that fell down that need to be cut. And over the next couple of days, that is really what we're going to be doing. I've been working very closely as well with the Electricity Corporation because, as you know, people are out of power. There are a lot of poles that fell down in the district that have blocked areas. There are poles, some poles, one pole in particular fell on someone's home in Barbados Bay, and we're hoping that the Electricity Corporation can get to that very quickly. A lot of minor problems. We're thankful that there were no fatalities, but there are a lot of minor problems that need to be addressed, and that's really what I'm focusing on trying to get done over the next couple of days in the district.
But 284 Media also took a trip to District 1 where we spoke to the representative, Dr. the Honorable Carl Dawson, who provided an assessment of the damage caused by Tropical Storm Ernesto.
I'm in the Caribbean area right now, but I'll even start over on the western southern side, where in the Towers western area there was some damage, leaves down, trees down. Some roads were blocked, but not by major trees, so those are likely cleared by now. But that was the softer side of Ernesto. And on the harder side now, over here on the north side, coming into Little Apple Bay, Capoons Bay, and now into Carrot Bay, considerable damage was done. We had a lot of trees down, a lot of branches, a lot of trees of various sizes. Even behind me, if you look, those of you who know the area would know that this was a large sea grape tree. That's now split in two, and the other half of it is across the road. A number of breadfruit trees, amaranth trees, mango trees, a lot of fruit trees, and trees of various varieties have been knocked down. Coconut trees, in some instances, parts of trees have been down. So it's been a very, very trying time. Last night, from about say close to 8 o'clock until nearly midnight, was the period when there were the highest winds here in the 1st District.
Dr. Dawson also commended the efforts of residents and the Public Works Department, whose efforts aided the clearing of roads and fallen trees to allow safe passage on the roadways.
We have spent time, we've been out on the road this morning, spending time clearing the roads, working with heavy equipment. We have a number of community-minded persons who jumped out and started to clear roads in their areas, but we also had to get heavy equipment. So this is in Caribbean going up to the Fortune Gut area, and we also have Mr. Smith, a guy who's right there with his machete, helping clear in this Caribbean area. But there were 3 points. We won't probably go all the way up the hill Kamal, but there were 3 points of blockage on this area. So this was the first area here where we cleared with the assistance of Mr. Walton Cameron's backhoe. But when we were able, you can see the debris that was across this road that we threw on the side here. So that was the debris that was in the middle of this road. And by the time we cleared this and we went up further, we found another even larger blockage up there that we were able to clear, and another on this side as well. So the response has been good, I would say, in terms of getting the roads cleared, both the primary roads as well as the secondary roads. There will be some work to be done in terms of the stuff that we put in just on the side of the road, that we will have to take those up to, so as not to create an obstruction going forward.
Well, up next, more news from Hurricane Ernesto.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream, and then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare, with partners in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and clinical psychology. Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Well, welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. His Excellency Governor Daniel PRUCE addressed the Virgin Islands this afternoon, announcing that the immediate threat from Hurricane Ernesto has passed and it is now safe for residents to begin moving about. Following consultations with the National Emergency Operations Center and Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, Governor PRUCE confirmed that the all clear has been issued, signaling the resumption of normal activities across the territory. Governor PRUCE advised that while it is generally safe to travel, residents should continue to exercise caution.
I chaired a further meeting of the Disaster Management Ops Group this afternoon, and in the light of that gave the all clear following the passage of Tropical Storm Ernesto. We were able to do this because of a magnificent effort by public officers across a wide range of agencies and departments who have worked and who continue to work to restore normality, public services, connectivity and infrastructure across our islands. I'd like to pay tribute to them for their incredible efforts, which continue. As we start to move around again, walking, driving, please exercise caution. Please be careful as you move around. And please also take stock of the passage of Tropical Storm Ernesto and think ahead to any future severe weather systems that may pass by the islands and how you can best be prepared. As I've said previously, please do take the time to download the Department for Disaster Management app. And above all, please plan ahead and be ready. Thank you.
And in the aftermath of then Tropical Storm Ernesto, Premier of the Virgin Islands, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, addressed the territory, offering reassurance and urgent caution as recovery efforts begin. Premier Wheatley began expressing relief that residents had made it safely through the worst of the storm. He acknowledged the challenges left in Ernesto's wake, including downed trees, power lines, and scattered debris that have disrupted daily life and obstructed roadways across the BVI.
To the people of the Virgin Islands, Ernesto developed into a hurricane shortly after passing the Virgin Islands, leaving behind some serious damage. While the storm may not have been gentle with us, by God's grace we have made it to the all clear. I've been in briefings with the National Emergency Operations Center, where it was shared that we experienced rain of up to 8 inches and wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour. It is no surprise then that we saw so many downed trees. Before we turn to recovery, I would like to take a moment to recognize what so many of us experienced last night, alongside Ernesto's howling winds, memories of the storms of 2017. I hope that we can all take comfort in the progress that has been made since that time. Tomorrow, we will return to our workplaces and routines as best we can. While road work, debris clearance, and other restoration continues, I hope we can all have patience and continue to be cautious. Mariners and beachgoers should be aware that dangerous sea conditions will continue tomorrow. I also hope that we can take all the lessons that we've learned about how to best prepare for storms and put them into action. As we know, we are heading into the busiest period of what forecasters already advised would be a very busy hurricane season. Please take the time to be ready for what may come. Thank you all.
Well, the tropical storm warning for the British Virgin Islands has been discontinued as Hurricane Ernesto moves away from the region. Officials have also lifted warnings for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. No coastal watches or warnings remain in effect. Forecasters predict Ernesto will continue moving across the western Atlantic over the next few days, potentially approaching Bermuda by Friday. The National Hurricane Center may issue a hurricane watch for Bermuda later today, where despite the lifted warnings, authorities caution mariners to stay in port and advise beachgoers to avoid the water. A small craft warning remains in effect. Officials urge residents of Bermuda to monitor Ernesto's progress as it travels northward through the Atlantic. While all airports and seaports across the British Virgin Islands remain closed for the majority of Wednesday, August 14th, a tropical storm Ernesto continued to impact the territory, where this included the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport, which only reopened at 4:45 p.m. this evening. But the Virgin Gorda International Airport and Augusta George International Airport on Anegada remain closed and are set to reopen on Thursday. Meanwhile, seaports such as the Roadtown Jetty, Port Purcell, and ferry terminals at West End, Joss Van Dyke, Virgin Gorda, and Anegada all remain closed. Authorities will announce the reopening of these ports once deemed safe. Additionally, all government offices, with the exception of those staffed by essential workers, remain closed until tomorrow, Thursday, August 15th. Well, viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media, as well as on our WhatsApp channel and on 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.